Hello friends, welcome to another session of Emotional Café. Here, like every week, Xiomara Mayo Ingram with another interesting topic for us to continue with our emotional growth. And today, we are going to be talking about perseverance in our values. And you might think, why I get these topics? Why does Xiomara choose this kind of topics? Let me tell you that one of the hardest things to do living in the world that we're living today is actually to persevere in the things that we do. And our values are not the exceptions, especially because sometimes people that are around us make us feel like the fish out of water, make us feel like we are weird, like we have some serious issues because we're acting in a certain way. But let me define a little bit what it is about perseverance in our values. As we talked before, when we refer to perseverance, we're talking about that specific quality, that specific trait that reflects on the way that we act in a constant continuity and firm way towards something, regardless what it is, but towards whatever we choose. But we are firm, we show continuity, constancy, and this is what we do and this is how we feel. That's what perseverance is about. When it comes to values, we have different sets of values. We understand that values are those specific ideas and beliefs that rule the way that we act, the way we manage ourselves in different situations. These values can be maybe personal values, which are the ones that are related to your own self and the way that you act as a human being with yourself. There's also family values, which is more the ones that we've learned in the family system, and maybe they have gone from generation to generation, maybe are the ones that we define as a family system, that this is how we want our family to act, and this is how our family feels about certain things. This is our family position. So that's when it comes to family, and it really shows not only our feeling or our opinion or the way that we act, but a group, which is our family system. We also have the professional values, which usually are the ones that rule the way that we act in any working setting or any working environment. These are the ones that we apply at work, at the office, at our company, and they are more related to our professional behavior per se, but it also brings a little bit of those personal values along with the professional ones. So what we do is that we combine some of our professional attitudes and behaviors along with the personal ones, and that's what reflects at work. We also have relationship values, which has to do with the way that we interact with our significant other, specifically in a love relationship, and how we want our relationship to be defined, how we want to manage ourselves, how we want to treat each other, the kind of things that we're going to allow or not. And we also have the social values, which are the ones that you can actually reflect in any community, in your society, as a group, as a neighborhood. Then you show these that are more related to your civic behavior. And the reason why I wanted to include perseverance with our values has to do specifically with the fact that our values might be totally different from those of others around us. And as I said before, it is very, it kind of bugs me how sometimes, and again, I speak on my own behalf, for my own experience, it kind of bugs me how sometimes I have felt that there's something wrong with me simply because I have refused to do something, or I have acted in a certain way that I think is appropriate, that I think is the right thing to do, but I am the only one acting like that or thinking like that, and everybody else is just going with the flow and doing something even though it's not the right thing to do. They're doing something totally opposite to what should be done, and they seem to be totally fine with it. And it has made me question if I'm doing the right thing. It has made me question, is it worthy? Is it worthy to do the right thing? Is it worthy to act according to my values if no one actually appreciates them, if they see me as being the one against the flow? And I bet these are questions that have maybe you have asked yourself as well. And that's the reason why I wanted to do perseverance in our values, because it is important for us to first of all identify our values and define how important those are for us, because if not, you are going to be welcoming duality, which is totally against perseverance. One of the things that some people that I have been assisting in their emotional growth process have come to me and said, I can't do it, is actually it has to do with perseverance. They feel that they cannot do it. They feel that when they are under pressure, they can't take it anymore. And sometimes they even think they are not born with it. And I think perseverance is one of those things that we all have inside, but it will take for us to nurture it and develop it and to make it stronger. And once we realize that it's a developable trait, it's something that we can actually nurture and develop, and we get rid of that idea that we cannot have any sort of perseverance, I think we're going to start seeing a different attitude. Understanding that once I feel a certain way and decide that this is what I'm going to do and that this is what it's okay with me, that's where I need to put my foot down and keep it going instead of changing. There are people that amazingly can tell you something today and tomorrow they don't even remember because they are saying something totally different. There are people that can feel a certain way today and tomorrow they feel something else. And to be honest with you, these are not the people that I like having around me, because these dual people, you cannot trust them. They're not reliable. So when it comes to being perseverant with your values, you are going to be reliable. You're not only being a better human being, but you are reliable. You are one of those few that people can trust you, that people know where you stand and what you stand for. And that's huge, considering the world that we're living nowadays. So my first recommendation will be that you sit down with yourself and you identify your values. It doesn't matter, again, as I said before, if it's personal or professional, it doesn't matter, but identify those specific beliefs and ideas that are important to you. And after you do that, ask yourself this question: how important are these for me? How important are these for my life? Because at the end of the day, when you go to bed and you look back on the day that just finished, you're the one that needs to feel at peace. You're the one that needs to be satisfied and happy with the day you had. And if you let those values rule your day, you're gonna feel so much at peace with yourself because you're being honest with yourself. But when you go at the end of the day and you look back and what you see is that you were changing in order to please others, or that you didn't defend what you believe in, or that something unjust happened and you didn't do anything about it, I'm sorry, but you're not going to be happy. You're not going to feel at peace. You're going to feel miserable. And if you think about it, sometimes we've been very miserable and we don't even realize what's going on. Sometimes what has happened is that we have gone against our values. And that's why it is so important to persevere in your values, to realize these are important for me and this is what I believe, this is what I stand for, and I am going to be living my life according to these specific values. And don't get out of that path, not to the left nor to the right. Just keep looking straight ahead, because what's going to happen is that you're going to see those results. Maybe not in some material wealth, or sometimes we want to do the right thing, but we want to be recognized, and sometimes we want people to say, oh, look at Xiomara, the amazing things she does. Sometimes it doesn't work like that, I can tell you. But it does work that you feel that inner peace inside of you, and you feel so happy and so satisfied with yourself that you don't want anything else. And that's what the real life is about. It's that kind of inner satisfaction that you feel. And when you have shown perseverance in your values, I can guarantee that that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel that every day you're being a better you. And that's what this life is about, making a difference. Again, unfortunately, and this I speak again from my own experience, some people around you, some of your friends, some of your loved ones, they won't understand, they won't support you, and again, they are going to try to make you feel that something is wrong with you. but stick to your values and show perseverance, and know that regardless what others feel, the most important thing is how you feel about it. Doing the right thing is not always about getting recognition or getting an award or getting applause from the people, but it's having that inner satisfaction that you did what needed to be done. And when you also have kids, when you have a family system, and this is the kind of behavior and attitude that you model, being of perseverance in your values, I can tell you that that's a trait that you're passing along that is going to outlive you, and that is going to make you be remembered for the right things instead of the wrong ones. My dear friends, thank you so much for joining me with another session of Emotional Cafe. I hope to see you next week with another interesting topic. See you then.